Landscape videos and longer form content is what TikTok wants from all content creators now. How do you do it? And quite frankly, although they're promising that we're going to get more views, are we actually going to get more views if we put the time and the effort in to create landscape videos and longer form content here on TikTok? Well, I'm going to walk you through what you should be doing and shouldn't be doing so your content does get considered as landscape content and longer form content. But I've also done the test on this landscape content to see whether this longer style content is actually getting me any more views or any more followers or not. Let's dive into it. So if you do not know what this horizontal content or this landscape content or this longer form content is that TikTok is asking us or wanting us all to do now, with the promise that we're all going to get more views if we switch to pushing out more landscape content, which is very much like YouTube, I might add, then this is for you. So first of all, you will know that the content is landscape because you'll arrive on TikTok like this and it will have like this small band in the middle. If you click on that little kind of like square that says full screen, then the content, if you have recorded and uploaded the content in the right way, and don't worry because I'm going to go into how you actually record the landscape content, but if you have done it correctly, you should get this small square. If you haven't done it correctly, you won't get this small square. And what happens when people click on that small square is this. Yay, it's me in 16:9. Now, I've seen a lot of TikToks about creating this content and lots of people saying you can do it in the phone, but TikTok want you to create this landscape content not in the phone. What is the right way to do it? Let me show you. So first of all, I have an iPhone with a heck of a lot of memory, right? And I even struggle with the storage on my iPhone when it comes to creating just normal TikToks, right? And I don't download the vast majority of my TikToks. There is the option to, download your TikToks every time you record it onto your camera roll. But I create a lot of content, so you can imagine that is definitely not selected. But even with that option not selected, I'm always getting that banging message, insufficient storage, which drives me absolutely bonkers, right? So if you start creating this landscape content on your phone, trust me, very, very quickly, your memory is going to get filled. You're going to be deleting things you really don't want to delete. You're going to be getting that annoying message most days. And quite frankly, you're going to get the ick when it comes to creating horizontal or longer form content. So these are my tips on what to do instead. And don't worry if you're that desperate to do it on your phone, I am going to scoot back in a bit and I'm going to show you what to do on the phone so that, it kind of works. Do you need a top of the range Canon camera or a vlogging camera? As you can see, I have one, a very good one. Do I use it? This is shameful, but most of the time I don't, right? Because I'm not a photographer, okay? And with all the goodwill in the world, every time I shoot on this thing, I think I just haven't done something properly. I don't understand too much about shutter speeds or the rest of it. I mean, I understand a bit, but do you know what? I just want to whip out of my phone, right? But obviously for the horizontal content, it's not going to work. And actually TikTok do say in their advisory notes on this that they are favoriting content that has not been created on your phone. Yeah, let me say that again. They have said that the horizontal or the landscape or the longer form content, so content that is more than 1 minute long, so the 10-minute content, and we're going to be having 30-minute content styles as well on TikTok. They are saying that doing it out of the app and then importing it into the app is going to get you more views, apparently. I'm going to get to the views in a bit, okay, because I've got some very good data from my own research on this. So I'm going to show you what I have been doing to create my landscape or longer form content here on TikTok. And I've been doing this for many years on YouTube. I've got a couple of YouTube channels actually, and I create a lot of tutorials for my private memberships and my private programs, okay? Now, I think with what I'm going to show you, this is going to be a really good little hack for other platforms as well. So you're going to end up spending less time creating content. And guess what? It is not going to cost you the price of the top of the range Canon camera or the latest Sony VC. If you're a content creator snob, right, this is probably the best time for you to look away. Don't knock it until you've tried it, right? $31, because mine's all in dollars, right? $31 for a plug-in and play desktop camera is doing it for me, right? You can get 1080s, you can get 4Ks, right? Don't do anything less than a 1080, right? Don't. It's just going to look blurry. It's not going to be good. It's probably going to get flagged as low content and all the rest of it, right? So I am using this bad boy. I've been using it for years. It works absolutely fine. I love it. So you do not need expensive kit to be creating this long form content. I'd go like get some decent lights, sure. And I'm a fan of using a green screen, right? I love green screens. I can put loads of informational stuff on the back of it. And quite frankly, I'm a working content creator, a working entrepreneur, and a content creator business coach. My office is a freaking mess. You really don't want to see my office. So I'm all for the green screen, guys. What you can't see, no one will ever know. Anyway, if you don't know how to use this, you literally plug this in to your computer. It's USB, and you just hit record on whatever you're recording on. Create your content. Now, after you've created your content, I'm going to opt for CapCut because it's free. Before I've used all of the iMac ones because I work mostly on iMac. I've also used all of the Adobe ones, but quite frankly, when CapCut Desktop Edition came out, I just get rid of paying for an Adobe subscription when you can use TikTok's own CapCut for free. Now, if you've never used a CapCut, this is your opportunity to do so. This is what it looks like, and it's a very, very simple interface to use. And trust me, when it comes to creating horizontal content, long form content, landscape content, it is going to make your life so much easier. Once you've recorded your main content with that little desktop camera, you simply click the import button here on CapCut. It imports into the software and you can just start editing to your heart's content. And honestly, if you want a tutorial on this, by the way, comment down below. It's simple. I find it really easy, but I'm willing to help anyone out if you need the hand. Now, I personally think it's much better to record like I've showed you and use CapCut because you can use text on screen, you can add lighting, you can add all sorts of edits, you can cut bits out that you don't want in there, you can remove the millennial pause and all that other stuff. But if you are desperate to clog up your phone memory, drive yourself bonkers, and just have to use your phone, then here's how you do it. So after you've whipped out your phone and you've recorded it, in horizontal, so don't record like that, record like that. Record your TikTok in horizontal. But as you can see, when you do this, when you're recording a horizontal on your phone, it's the eye contact, right? Where are you meant to be looking? Because wherever you look, it looks like you're not looking into the camera, and people like to see you looking at them when you're speaking to them, especially on content. So that would be the first thing I don't like. The second thing is you do not get this square that you need in the middle of the content when you've posted it to show that it's horizontal content. So when you record your content in 16:19 ratio aspect like this, you get this little square here indicated by the red arrow, and you don't get that when you record on your phone. So will it count as landscape or horizontal content? So like I said, it is pretty easy to do it in your phone, but I think there's going to be massive drawbacks. At least if you record like I've showed you, you can then put that on YouTube and you can cut it up, you can use it on Facebook Lives, you can use it in so many other pieces of content. But do you get more views? Let's have a look. Well, apparently not. Here's the recent one. I've got 3 here. Here's the recent one. I got 1 new follower, hardly any views at all. In fact, it's the lowest reach I've got in views since this long form content came out. Here's another one. Again, did it get more views? No, the lowest views I've got in a long time. And here's another one, the best of 3. So none of the horizontal or landscape content got me any more views. Sorry, TikTok, it's not getting us more views. Happy to do the longer content, but we need more views. If you've got 60% more views from this long form content, tag me.